All right. I hope everyone's well. I'm sharing divine guidance today, so please use your discernment to know if this message is for you or not. It's for entertainment purposes, and so I really need you to check in to see if it's for you or not, okay? If you would like a personal, please go to the website betweenbothworlds.com. As a reminder, today at 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, we're holding our circle. You can sign up for the website if you're not already experiencing the circle, okay? It's a Zoom meeting, and I look forward to seeing you there. All right, so let's take a deep breath in. Releasing any of the concerns of today. Standing in faith, trust, and knowingness that you are divinely protected and loved. And these messages are for the highest and greatest good, and so it is. All right, so as I was sitting here connecting with my spiritual team, I was like, okay, what kind of message are we sharing today? And what types of decks do you want me to work with? Because I work with them to select the decks for the messages, okay? And so they were like, you pick. And I was like, okay. And I'm looking at the decks and I'm like, I'm not sure which one to pick. Like, I wasn't really like getting a clear indication, okay? And so I had this deck sitting right in front of me, and they're like, sometimes the message is simple and we don't need to overcomplicate things. Why don't you use the deck that's right in front of you? So for some reason I meant to share that, okay? And so sometimes the message that's needed doesn't need to be complicated, okay? We as humans tend to overcomplicate things. So with that said, let's get into what the message and advice is for today. So for the circle, it's free. It's just us getting together and holding space for one another. I do free readings in there. I give spiritual guidance. I channel sometimes. We do fun things. We do learning, how to work with crystals and stuff like that, and many other things. It's a place for support. It's a place for us to hold each other in a safe space. So that is the reason why it's a Zoom event, so that there is that accountability, right? And I do have the 8 of Swords. Five of Cups. So the Tower. And then we have the 7 of Wands. All right, so bottom of the deck energy is the Fool. All right, so this is, again, like there is some sort of new chapter unfolding. There is opportunity for starting something new. There is also like a liberation that comes with the Fool card. This like innocence, this freedom, and just understanding that like there's some carefree energy, okay, that's being represented here at the bottom of the deck. 8 of Swords came out first. So this is really an energy that is recognizing maybe some self-limiting beliefs or thoughts that maybe have affected our reality. And sometimes we have to take a look, even if it's difficult. Sometimes, we keep ourselves stuck. Sometimes we trap ourselves by thinking that we're not good enough, or that we can't accomplish something, or there's too much to do, so it's overwhelming, so it prevents us from taking any type of action. There could be some fear here as it relates to the 8 of Swords. There could be some like fear that might be holding someone's energy back from, again, moving forward. This could have been in the past, or this could be happening now. I'm also getting the 5 of Cups. So this is representing like there is some sort of emotional evaluation of what's transpired. whether this is in the current moment or in the past. I feel like this is in the past, but I do feel like there was emotional investments that were made, or there was focus towards things that maybe did not prove fruitful. There's some sort of like remorse, regret, maybe not feeling like enough, feeling like, geez, I don't really want to experience that again. There is also energy about a major ending, a major realization, something falling apart. There is, an energy here of change, whether you like it or not. Okay, mass endings to something, some sort of rude awakening, some sort of shock energy, some sort of truth coming out. I feel like if there was any false pride, I feel like that has I feel like if there was false pride, it kind of manifested in the reality, and maybe it affected other people in some way, shape, or form that made them feel depleted or rejected or emotionally affected in a negative way, that is causing some sort of change here, okay, or has been a cause or will cause. Again, with the Tower here, I mean, this could be unexpected news. This could be drastic endings. This is like your world being shook up, okay, for the sake of change. Like sometimes we have to experience difficult things so that there is change. Otherwise, nothing would progress. There would be no forward movement. There would be no liberation. There would be nothing gained, okay? So I feel like there was something that was undeserving, okay? And as a result of this being undeserving, change had to happen so that there could be some sort of like clearing. The Tower can also represent a clearing. We have the Seven of Wands. So when I look at the Seven of Wands, it also represents like a redirection, standing up for one's beliefs and passions. It represents defensiveness as well in some of the decks, but this one kind of like embarking on something new, like going in a different direction, but having the support and resources needed to do so. Okay, so this is kind of like this all happened so that you could be realigned to your desired path or destined path even, okay? And then as a result of this change coming in, it created the opportunity for a new beginning, a new path, a new direction, new experiences, and for you to be free from what was trying to potentially keep you trapped in a situation that was not for your highest and greatest good. So whatever you experienced was for your betterment, okay? So that is what this reading is about today. All right, let's get into it further. All right, so we have the Star card. So this is really, representing the fact that like there's healing in this situation, and there was healing needed in the situation, or for you, or for whoever I'm reading for that I'm picking up on their energy. This is like having hope regardless of what you've been through, right? Remaining in faith and hope and positivity, as well as knowing that like you're able to provide yourself the love to help heal yourself through the situation. Okay, there is some sort of expertise that was gained through all of this as well. This is again like having the freedom and the ability to create, and having new ideas. There's something that was inspired through all of this. I feel like maybe through the Tower experience, which was maybe a catalyst for your healing and growth, is what I'm getting, as well as you being in your divine purpose. Okay, the Star also represents someone who is spiritually and emotionally nourished and is able to replenish that energy. Okay, so I am getting a bit of purpose here. I am getting a bit of like divine path energy, alignment, redirection. I feel like, again, the Ten of Swords is representing immense amounts of pain. And sometimes the pain we experience in life teaches us the biggest lessons. Okay, so I feel like there is some sort of blessing in disguise that was experienced here. Also very cool. Let me just adjust this a little bit. There we go. All right, so I feel like you used your pain to help heal yourself, and maybe there is some sort of like expandedness to this. There's that Fool card again. So let's see what's next. Tens also represent like endings that bring in new beginnings. So there's the ending bringing in that new beginning with the Fool card. Another ending over here. We have a Page of Cups. And we have the Devil. Definitely a massive ending was needed with a certain individual or an energy that might have been something that maybe kept you bound and stuck to the material ways, lower dimensional energy, lower vibrational energy. I do feel like this was as a result of maybe someone lacking emotional maturity, and as a result kind of operating from a place of lust, desire, passion, temptation, which caused you a lot of pain and suffering. Okay. Or this could be them experiencing the fact that like they need to do a check-in with the Tower. There's a catalyst for their growth. There's a catalyst here for their healing as well, is what I'm getting. They may need to look in the mirror, okay, and seek help, because there are patterns here that are playing out, okay, and have affected other people. I mean, the Devil here is representing, there's addictions here. I feel like there is substance addictions here with the Page of Cups and the Devil. So this could represent drinking, drugs, sex addiction is what I'm getting. That's what I'm picking up on. Doesn't have to be though, all right? So this could also be you removing yourself from those things that you would consider a temptation for you, or something that maybe was a pattern in your family dynamic that you broke the chain from, okay? Because you focused on your healing, okay? There is a call for there to be healing in the situation, all right? Yeah, there is a lesson to be learned here when it comes to repetitive patterns, okay? And the way we do things and how they affect other people, okay? There is an opportunity to break the chains of whatever is holding this energy back, maybe something that held you back. There is an opportunity to learn from this experience, regardless of where you are on this wheel. That's what I'm getting. Because this is like faded experiences as a result of action taken or lack of action. Also like continuing to do the same thing and expecting a different outcome is also part of this reading. Yeah. I need to write that down. Yeah, I feel like many of us are called to do things differently because we know different, right? And, you know, that's part of the Wheel of Fortune, is just that, is, you know, lessons in life, the cycles in life, and how, like, you know, our incarnation here is picking up where we left off in our last incarnation. And sometimes through that process, there are cycles that we need to heal from that are karmic in nature, lessons, if you will. So it's like, are we learning what we came here to learn, right? And if there's things that aren't being learned, or there isn't growth and development in a certain area, then there are things that play out for us to learn from, to be a catalyst from, so that there is change. So there is doing something different. Like, hey, like, whatever I've been doing hasn't been working. I haven't been growing from it. Like, I'm still where I'm at, where I was before. Like, there's no there's no growth here. So something has to be done differently to embark change and growth, to learn something. Otherwise, you just keep repeating the same thing, expecting a different outcome. All right, so there needs to be plans to make changes here. And I think, you know, this applies to all of us in some way, shape, or form, because we've all been here in some way. I know I have, you know, I certainly have. And then I have the Sun card. So I feel like there is freedom in this. There is liberation in this, because of what this card represents. Is it's like, you know, there is the polarity, right? We have the shadow and we have the light, and they both serve a purpose. And so it's almost like bringing light, illumination, exposure to what needs to be focused on, what needs to be worked on, what needs to be healed. Okay, there's a big there is a big emphasis on healing here. I feel like there is support, there is resources, there is the ability to see the light again. Not all is lost, right? There is growth here, there is happiness here, through relationships, through people. You know, it's about receiving clarity on things as well, about like what needs to be learned, right? So I'm getting like there's clarity here. Like, just because you ignore something about yourself doesn't mean it goes away, okay? If you ignore something that you repetitively do, okay, that isn't for your highest and greatest good, or for those that you are around, because it literally affects them in a really painful way, then something needs to be done differently. And I feel like that's the lesson here. That's what the clarity is coming in for, to show where someone may have afflicted their pain on other people, whether they knew it or not. And I feel like there was this lack of accountability when it comes to it. Like, there's this numbing, there's this like immaturity, there's this party energy. Like, if I drink it away, it'll go away. Or if I use substances, it'll go away. It's not going to go away. In fact, it's just going to become more prominent until you deal with it, because it's something that you need to learn from. It's something that you need to grow from. And I feel like many of us have experienced this, and certainly in our adult lives, you know, when it comes to the people, places, and things that we surround ourselves with, and the blindedness that we have to how these things affect us, and what we allow in our physical reality, what we allow to control our mind and our perceptions. And, you know, the substances and the food and the propaganda and the mind control, all of it affects our physical reality. And so I feel like there's clarity. I feel like there's exposure. I feel like there is opportunity to take these blindfolds off and see things clearly. So I feel like the rose-colored glasses are coming off, and there's things that are coming to light, and it's so that people can see things clearly. Correct. 7 of Cups. All right. So there's been many like tricks played. There's been many games played. There's been many facades, illusions, challenges that been kind of like at play here. I feel like there's been a lot done to kind of, again, keep this person or ourselves kind of in the dark, like guessing, not having clarity, not understanding like what's what. I feel like there's been a lot of attempts for that, and I feel like there is illumination, there is clarity coming for this. I feel like somebody is now seeing someone's games, okay, for what they truly are. This can also represent like manipulation, emotional manipulation tactics. The 7 of Cups. The Hermit. So it's so important to have that relationship with self, because you are what you can trust, regardless of what is presented outside of you that there are other agendas for. Okay, so what I'm getting is like, you know your truth, right? You have this connection to the divine, you have this connection to your higher self. This is you trusting yourself, right? Having that relationship with something higher and grander than yourself, right? This is you not falling for the tricks, not falling for the manipulation, the temptation, the disguise of things. This is you having the clarity because you go within for it. You don't rely on what people tell you or show you or say is true, because you go within for that guidance. I feel like you don't partake in what else everyone is partaking in. So it's like you're not drinking the Kool-Aid is what I'm getting. You're being guided not to drink the Kool-Aid and not to believe what people say, and to rely on your inner wisdom and inner knowledge when it comes to dealing with this energies, or even getting through what you're being asked to get through, if this is resonating for you. Hermit energy really means like having that spiritual awareness and understanding like what's really playing out here in the physical reality. There is a plot to have some sort of mind control, okay? And so this is playing out for all of us in our own individual experiences here on the physical realm. And so you're being asked to strengthen your connection to the divine, whether this is through meditation, practice, spiritual practice, learning, surrounding yourself with like-minded people, and, you know, disconnecting yourself from the propaganda. Okay, I'm seeing this card as like propaganda, whether it's from people that you've had a history with, could be your family, could be your friends, could be coworkers, whatever this is, okay? There is a call for you to go within, to know truth, and to get the guidance on what to believe in, what not to believe in, how you should approach things. You know, do you hold your energy back? Like, do you not engage because the intentions are unclear, they're clouded, there's some sort of blindfold here for a reason, because there's some sort of game being played here still at this moment. I feel like there is this exposure of that. There is that clarity that you will receive when you go within for it, okay? So, you know, this is you also removing yourself, kind of protecting your energy, not telling anyone your business, keeping things, again, close to the chest, okay? And you not sharing anything with others, okay? Unless you absolutely need to and you can trust them. I feel like this is also about like you keeping your circle really small, okay? Because not everybody deserves to be in your energy, because not everybody has the best intentions for you. I feel like that's also been illuminated. Okay. We're still talking about the Hermit here. All right. You also might be called to like further develop your skills. Okay. And you know, having some standard practices when it comes to your daily spiritual hygiene. Okay. Is what they want to say. All right. Okay, we move on. All right. So you have this spiritual awareness of what you went through. This also can be you having spiritual awareness of what others are going through at this time, because certain timelines are playing out. And so they're needing for you to not engage, not participate, not respond, because of what's playing out here. It's not for you, okay? If you are someone who has already gone through your healing process, your spiritual awakening process is what I'm getting. I feel like this is going to be a catalyst for some of the karmic energies to go through their spiritual awakenings or ego deaths. So you knowing this is confirmation for you to not engage while this is going on with them. if you can. Keep to yourself, because you've been through that process and it's their turn. The goal is for souls to awaken here in the now, okay? And there is different timelines of that, okay? It's up to them. They have a free will choice. Obviously, the propaganda machine wants us not to awaken, okay? They want us not to ascend. They want to keep us here stuck to the materialism, the commercialism, the capitalism, all of that, okay? They want to tell us what we want to hear, but behind the scenes, there's nothing but manipulation and games. And so, again, going within for that guidance to really understand what's truth, okay? Yeah, Seven of Swords. There is this like energy of deceit and betrayal and still trying to play games, right? Still maybe lying, deceiving, so that things, you know, go in their favor. I feel like someone's really struggling with being in their integrity and speaking their personal truth, or the truth of the situation, or of the matter of the situation. Because we have the Eight of Swords and the Seven of Swords here. Like, they're avoiding the truth. They'd rather project. They'd rather project their version of the truth. Still, there's this lack of accountability here. There's the perpetual effort that they continuously make to try to control and manipulate the situation, okay? Again, like, I'm not sure that they've learned the lesson yet, is kind of the point. Yeah. I feel like there is some sort of like pessimism, sarcastic, passive aggressive type energy here. There could still be like attempts that are being sent to you as well, okay? So some sort of like something with words. So what I'm getting is like spells being sent your way, but doing it from a place of like hiding. So they may be hiring someone to do it, or this is like collective energy where it's like almost like a virus is submitted to the system, the matrix, to see, you know, who is susceptible to it. Kind of like how our computers are affected. It's kind of like that. Yeah. And then I have the Three of Wands. I mean, this is kind of like planning. Plotting and planning. There's plotting and planning going on. What is this? Is this in the side position? In the reverse? Upright? Upright. How do you want this? Upright. And then we have the Six of Cups. Okay, so what I just got was the Six of Pentacles. I got the Three of Pentacles. And I got the Six of Cups. So what I'm getting with these cards is there is some sort of like energy that is being kind of like there's some sort of planning of action to somehow maybe breadcrumb one and take from another, or there's some sort of like almost like some sort of like preventative measure being taken so that this reciprocation, this sharing, this returning to a state of harmony and balance for the collective is affected. Okay, so again, the Seven of Swords is the first card. So this usually represents like challenges, creating obstacles, you know, again, the swords is representing like some sort of like, this is like ill will, okay? This is like sending out ill will, okay? And making plans to somehow interrupt the ability to receive and give in the physical reality, like giving and helping others, okay? Giving and receiving and having it bring harmony and balance and peace. There is, you know, like working with others, okay, with the Three of Pentacles. Like there's some sort of like, there's some sort of energy that's being sent out to prevent whoever I'm picking up on, if this is resonating with you, to prevent you from helping others and working with others to do so, okay? Which would bring things back to a state of harmony and peace. So it's either someone's trying to intervene and create obstacles for you to have harmony and peace, as well as affect you in a way that you're meant to help others have harmony and peace from a collective perspective. I am getting that this is someone from that you've had some sort of previous experience with, a previous connection with. I feel like this past energy is being manipulated and used by the dark forces to come at you, all right? Because you are a threat. Because you are embodying peace and harmony, and you're working with others to anchor it into your realities, and that changes things, okay? That changes the dynamic of things. It prevents people from accessing their higher self. It prevents people from ascending and awakening. And so you are seen as a threat. It's because you're doing something right. All right? So we are no quitters, okay? We are no quitters. Yeah, Four of Cups in the reverse, mind you. And I'm taking it as the reverse. This person, this energy, okay, is they are not experiencing any regret or remorse for anything that they've done to this point. In fact, they're still doing it. Okay, they're still in the energy of putting out ill will towards you, collective. Okay, they are still being manipulated by these demonic attachments that they now have as a result of their addictions, or what have opened themselves up to this energy. Okay, so this is energy you cannot be around. Okay, it's like this person has been infected, infiltrated, and they need to go through some specific clearings, energy clearings. I don't know if there's cords. You may need to sever cords here if you haven't done so in a while. I feel like, yeah, they're still holding on to your energy. They're still hiding behind things, okay? It's kind of like they're hiding behind materialism. They're focused on what they can get out of the situation. And if they're not going to gain something from the situation, then they're going to manipulate their way to gain something from the situation. This is also someone like sitting back and kind of watching, right? And kind of like hiding their hand as well. I feel like they could be paying people to do this. There's some sort of like not willing to release what they have. I feel like they're holding on very tightly to what they have from a perspective of fear. This is like a lack fear mindset here that has been affecting them in their physical reality. Like there's obstacles and challenges and blockages now as a result of this. Okay. There is some Emperor energy here. I feel like law and order is front and center. Okay, because the Emperor is like the energy that is very powerful. Okay, they're very like, they're in charge of a dominion. Like they have a high authority, spiritual authority, high spiritual ranking. Okay, there is this Three of Swords here. So there is some sort of like, this very much could have been someone who was a father figure, or someone that you may have had some sort of like, maybe someone thinks that they have some sort of power over you. It's like a power grab, a control, with the Emperor, you know, being put on the Devil here. I feel like this person is trying to control things from behind the scenes, is what I'm getting. I'm getting like toxic masculine here as well. Someone who uses ways to manipulate others, control people. I feel like there's toxic masculinity here. And it's and they're doing it from a place of like pain and suffering, okay, and heartache and betrayal and deceit. Okay. So I feel like this masculine inflicts their pain on other people. It doesn't take any accountability or responsibility for it. Okay. It's again like doing the same thing over and over again, accepting a different outcome. And I feel like there's some sort of like enough's enough when it comes to this. Okay. Like they continue to do this over and over and over again without any responsibility or accountability. And I'm getting like one of the lessons they're learning in this experience is that they're going to experience this themselves, this heartache, betrayal, deceit, third-party energy. Okay? So that they finally understand the lesson here. But I feel like they're rejecting this. They like don't want to take responsibility for this lesson. Yeah. Look, 5 of Swords. We have the 5 of Swords and the High Priestess. So when I see this, it brings to my attention that they're being manipulated. I don't know if you can see like the other depiction of them in the back. Like they're feeling defenseless. They have no weapons. They're kind of just like, it's like their higher self and lower self in this. It's kind of like the duality, the polarity of this is that like they feel like there's no hope. It's almost like hopelessness. It's almost like I can't concede, right? It's almost like I'm having to win at all costs. And it's almost like they're feeling powerless, like something else is in control here. And they're not able to stop their actions. And so it's like the divine is getting involved because they're having to, it's almost like this person's spirit is affected by another entity. And so they're feeling defenseless, but yet still trying to win at all costs, but they don't know what they're really doing. All right. Because they're being manipulated by another force. A force that is power hungry, a force that's coming after a High Priestess and trying to stop this High Priestess from, and the High Priestess can be, you know, any single one of us. Okay. So this is collective energy. This is representing someone who has a strong spiritual connection, someone who is meant to help others on their path, someone who is a guide, someone who is, again, doing the Lord's work. Okay. So what I'm getting is that like, they continue to come after this High Priestess, whether they knowingly or unknowingly are being manipulated by a dark force. Okay. And I feel like there is this like feeling like there's no control. I feel like they've lost control. Okay. All right. 8 of Wands. They continue to take action over and over and over again. It's like repetitive. I feel like now whatever is sent towards this High Priestess is being returned to sender. Also, because this energy is divinely protected. There is also the understanding and awareness on a spiritual level how to return energy back to sender specifically if it's ill will is also what I'm getting. So this high priestess knows how to work with energy. Okay, so whatever is sent her way that is low vibrational is returned to sender. Okay, so there's that. It's almost like they're creating their own trap, their own prison. There's some sort of like accumulation of this energy that will eventually trap them. It's like falling in your own trap. It's also like the energy you put out, you will be receiving back. So be mindful of what energy you are putting out. Okay, there's some sort of like universal law playing out here. There's some sort of divine intervention here. Okay. Yeah, because then I have the Empress. This is like a source of creation. This is like that motherly figure, that nurturer, that creator. You know, being one with nature. Like you're meant to anchor in peace, happiness, love here in the physical realm, right? You're that spiritual energy that is, you know, anchoring in this energy. You know, you're very focused on growth and development. You're empowered soul here, okay, enlightened soul. And you're supposed to birth something specific here. Like you have a special calling here. You're meant to really do something. Like this is you working with the divine. Like you have a divine purpose here, okay, with the high priestess and the sun. All right, so yeah, this is something you're birthing. This is something that you're being like protected to do, regardless of their attempts towards you, right? Regardless of their attempts, whether they knowingly or unknowingly do it. Anything that is of ill will that is going to try to prevent or affect this Empress will be returned to sender. Yeah, because there is something that this Empress is supposed to birth. This is like a passionate new beginning. This is like anchoring in something that is otherworldly here. This is rebirth. Like, this is like Gaia's rebirth. Like this is on like a global scale. Okay, there's something that this Empress is meant to create, and you know, she is birthing this, she is creating this, she is cultivating this, she is nurturing this. Okay, this is something that was grown and is being nurtured. Okay, so there's something that this Empress is supposed to nurture and create. Okay, and yes, there are many attempts. It's almost like this new creation is like on a collective scale. So this would be awakening, doing things different, maybe creating a community, a new way of doing things in a community. Maybe it's a business, maybe it's a platform to help others on their spiritual awakening. Whatever that is, this Empress has something big she's meant to create, and it's blessed by God. And the work that this energy is doing, whether it's masculine or feminine, the Empress is representing like there's a big calling here. All right, so take how this might resonate. You know, don't get too fixed on the gender roles, okay? Because when it comes to our spirit, we're genderless, all right? You know, we all have a physical vessel, yes, okay? And we do have different genders when it comes to that. Knight of Swords. There's some sort of like impulsive energy here. I feel like somebody spoke too soon. Let's see. There's some sort of communication that wants to come in. There's some sort of like fast incoming communication. What's this communication? It might have something to do with this Ace of Wands here. It does. Okay. So I feel like, ooh, goodness. Oh, this is what it is. Look at these cards, y'all. Ace of Cups. The Lovers, what's this? The King of Swords and the Ace of Cups. Whatever's coming in, y'all, has something to do with a divine partnership. Okay, and the reason why I say divine partnership is because I have the Ace of Cups and the Lovers. Okay, divine partnership. This is, you know, on the horizon. See that sun rising? All right, this is something that has taken quite a bit of time to cultivate. Okay, and there is this like, again, like has taken a long time to cultivate. This is something that, you know, the two of you had to go through the efforts of self-mastery or mastering a skill or some sort of like experience that's leading towards some sort of like so if it's like a certification, a master's, proficiency in something, some sort of mastery of something, I feel like that is what has led to this union coming in. And I'm getting it's through life experiences, and I feel like the common lesson learned here is self-love. And because you're holding that love vibration, you are attracting this into your reality. And I am getting that this is someone that you can trust. This is someone who has integrity. This is someone who speaks the truth. This is someone who's very wise and has a lot of wisdom and knowledge. Okay, so I just got that chunk. Let's see where we're putting them. All right, so that is what's coming in fast with the Knight of Swords, is this partnership here that is rooted in love, okay? And it's as a result of all the hard work that's been invested, okay? Whether this, you know, and I feel like this work has been done like kind of behind the scenes, like maybe there's been some depiction of this, but not everybody sees this. Like, this is not like out in the open. This is being like cultivated and perfected and nurtured inside a greenhouse, right? So it's not like a field of flowers. It's in a greenhouse. It's contained. So I feel like whatever has been mastered has been done like kind of behind the scenes. Okay. Cool. I feel like also what has been done, the mastery, the work, the hard work that's paying off here has been also like protected. It's also been like observed. Like, this is like observed from the Most High. Okay. So the lessons learned, the work that's been done is starting to pay off, and there's been guidance. Okay. Because this King of Swords is looking down here at the Eight of Pentacles. So let me show you guys. I don't know if it'll, I don't know if you can see it, but so yeah, it's kind of like this King of Swords has been observing, okay, all the hard work that's been done and whatever this energy is producing and creating and mastering. So there's like support, there's, you know, observing, there's protection, there's guidance even. So I feel like this is spiritually guided, okay, is what I'm picking up here. I do have the Fool and I have the King of Cups. There will be a new beginning with somebody who is emotionally mature, okay? They might be a little bit older. Doesn't have to be, though. Water sign energy. I do feel like this is something that you are deserving of. So I feel like there could be an offer coming in that is going to come your way. And I feel like it's coming in fast with the Knight of Swords. I feel like you're going to hear about this soon. I feel like this is you embarking on that new beginning, that new journey. This is you, you know, taking that leap of faith as well, like trusting that this is for you and it's not going to be what you've already experienced because you've worked so hard on yourself and your projects. So this could be something that, like I said, projects for a reason. So this could be some sort of collaboration, some sort of like passion project. I feel like it might be rooted to something that you love doing. Okay, so I feel like there's a lot of pride here. There's a lot of like effort here. There's a lot of like admiring the work that's been done. So I feel like whatever this might be, it could be career, it could be love. So take it out, it might resonate for you depending on like what you're manifesting. But I would get that there's a couple different ways we can take this. This is a collective reading. So I do feel like this is something that's fair and just coming in for you based on what you've experienced. Okay, so yeah, I feel like this, you know, the King of Cups is someone who has deep emotions for things. They're very strong when it comes to their emotions and their psychic sensitivity. So they very much could be like an empath too. But again, like they also have done this investment. They've also invested in things and watch them grow, like through experience, right? Like they have a lot of life experience. They have access to higher wisdom and knowledge as well. They have self-love. So I feel like this is something that both of you share, the experiences, the self-love. So interesting enough, there is a new beginning here. You might be a distance from each other. I have the King of Pentacles. I feel like this energy is someone who has mastered the physical reality. So, you know, all things that are concerning of everyday living, like, you know, money, work, health, and residence. So I feel like you might be relocating for an opportunity, or you might meet when you're traveling. There could be someone that is a boss, right? Like this could represent a new opportunity, okay, to work with somebody. With the Pentacles, I feel like this person has a lot of experience, okay? They see the potential in you, because this is showing up as like the Eight of Pentacles and they're the King of Pentacles. So I feel like it's almost like they might want to give you a leg up, right? Because they may have already like surpassed the eight. Eight represents like there could be limitations that you've been dealing with, and maybe since this person has more experience, they can help relieve you of those limitations. Eights represent recognizing limitations and either moving past them or staying within their bounds. So it's like they might help you further develop what you're trying to create, okay, is also what I'm getting. So they have more experience in whatever this is that you love to do, that you are passionate about, all right? So this could be like, again, someone who has more experience in your career or what you're passionate about, okay? This person is very kind. This person is considerate. They're very business-minded. They're very entrepreneur-ish. So they may own their own business. They may have been very accomplished. I'm getting like accomplished, okay? I feel like they've been through their own hardships, right? So they've learned by failing, right? That's how we learn best, right? Is learning through our failures. I feel like that person has that expertise to bring to the table. There could be a few things that you still, like Two of Pentacles, that you're still trying to overcome and you're not sure how to overcome them. I feel like this energy is going to help with that. Yeah. All right. Six of Swords comes flying out all across the table and in reverse. Okay. What do you want me to say about this? Look. I feel like whatever energy this is, they cannot affect your new beginning. No effort, no weapon formed against you shall prosper, is what this is saying to me right now. And this is going on top of the Five of Swords. So whatever tactics they try to send your way, they will be ineffective. And then I'm also getting a Knight of Wands. Like you're very driven, you're very purpose focused, you're someone who goes after what they want. You're very goal, like you're very you set goals and you go and you take the inspired action towards these goals, okay? So I feel like there might be attempts against what you're trying to accomplish, like your adventure, your perseverance, your actions, your ambition, your motivations. This is you taking on the challenges regardless of like what people want for you. This is you following your dreams, okay? And being loyal to yourself, right? First and foremost, like because of your own loyalty to yourself, like you no longer give to other people and try to please other people. Like, no, you're loyal to yourself now and you follow your dreams and you take actions towards these dreams. And I feel like this energy is going to help you do that. Okay. They will be loyal to helping you. Okay. And then we have the Six of Wands. Yeah. You're being led straight to victory and success. This person wants to help you be successful. Okay. And for you to, again, like, light the path, okay? Show the way, okay? Help others do this for themselves, right? It's like kind of like establishing yourself somewhere else, right? And it like doing things a different way than how it's been done before. I feel like this person's gonna help you help them, okay? Which is beautiful. And you're the Empress here, okay? So you're meant to create something beautiful here that's going to help lead others down, like down the path of enlightenment is what I'm getting, because the wand, I don't know if you can see it, it's lit up. So you're meant to help people on the path of enlightenment, and that is what your purpose is. And this energy is coming in to help you do just that, to give you the support, the resources, the experience to do what you came here to do. And you're supposed to like God sent this person to help you in the physical reality. Okay, we have the Sun, the High Priestess, and the King of Pentacles. So God heard your call. God heard you ring that gong and be like, I need help. And so this person's coming in to help you. Help is on the way. Help is on the way. All right. So just know that help's on the way. You're doing like an awesome job. Stay focused. Okay. Stay committed. Stay determined on your path. 555 on the timer. I'm going to end it here. Lots of love. I'll see you guys at 3 o'clock. Until then, bye now.